Today, Overlord Nanie shows how he uses the Legion in Dead by Daylight. The usual goal? 15,000 blood points for everyone, nobody dead. For comparison, we'll be effectively murdering a group of hapless noobelings for data analysis.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Now, I am by no means an expert at this game, and using extreme aggression, running from target to target with absolutely zero trace of camping anywhere, all survivors were dead within 5 minutes. The poor saps couldn't even get a generator up and running. One of them allowed himself to die on the hook, so only 3 were stabbed to death. The point remains, though, this is what it looks like when you're extremely effective at killing. An empty chat room, only you and maybe one other guy had any real points worth anything. Sure, 5 minutes is a pretty nice speed run, but the goal of a game is to have fun, right? If 5 people play a game and only one of them had any real fun, honestly, that kind of sucks. Now, I know when I play a match, I tend to feel like it was a pretty decent match if I have around 15,000 blood points. Which is why I mentioned that value earlier. If anyone else has at least 15,000 blood points, then they tend to have at least felt like their game wasn't a waste. The core goal of any game is to focus on entertainment. If you're so focused on yourself that you can't allow yourself to be hilarious or do things which benefit everyone while also achieving your blood point goals, then this isn't a game for you either, it's a job. So now I'll show you how I try to make sure everyone gets at least 15,000 blood points and keep myself laughing the whole time. People are used to seeing the Legion and understanding what to expect. The moment you know you're fighting Legion, you first realize that you are going to have to deal with the Legion beelining it to you whenever you and another person are working together on a generator. You also know that you cannot hide in a locker without a serious risk of being exposed and located fairly quickly. With Legion's fantastic dash speed and agility, you really don't have much hope of escape when located. With both of these powerful abilities being obviously something to be cautious about when facing Legion, I've come to realize you don't really need them equipped at all. The moment you begin, quickly run out and stab someone as fast as possible. The moment they see that bleed damage, they think, well shit, we're fighting the Legion, and they will immediately scatter. Odds are you won't have to worry about this. Or this. These are the exact same abilities I had equipped during my No Mercy run. As we embark on our true pacifist route, we'll be keeping amused by making sure people don't even try to struggle with Iron Grasp equipped. I have mad grit on just to make it to where picking up a player technically makes me superior. You'd be surprised how often hauling a person like a duffel bag opens up an opportunity to slash people. Distressing is equipped specifically to increase my point yield, while Spies from the Shadows is there to help compensate for my lack of being able to see glowing generators. Use your first attack to both alert everyone to scatter like lice in a burning wig, and to springboard toward the next victim. If you don't have another target, stab your first mark twice and move on. Try to avoid dropping them to an injured state. Eventually, one of them will drop either from being unable to mend, or having just been stabbed too many times by Deep Wound. Every stab with Deep Wound gives you a tremendous amount of points, and you quickly fill up on points this way to compensate for the lack of sacrifices and kills. At the end, you'll still score high enough that the entity still considers you to be a competent killer when technically you didn't kill anyone at all. The chat room is alive, they thank you, probably gave you some secret positive reputation even. Just remember, when people drop, it is your job to grab them. Equip them and increase your power. So put on that blue helmet and ready up your squeezy hand, you're about to get equipped. People see your iron grip and they will think, well, I guess I'll just sit here and not struggle. They think you're gonna kill them. That's where they're wrong. You're using them for the buffs they provide by holding them, and holding them until they shake free and recover. After all, a recovered survivor can be stabbed multiple times again. Yeah, you keep tabs on them crows, I'll be back. Another amusing thing to do is to wait until one of them struggles a little while and simply swap them for a nice fresh one. Reload at your next drop survivor for more entertainment. Everyone gets points. You get about the same amount as being super savage. You amuse yourself and others. Try this out sometime and let us know how it worked out for you. Honestly, it kind of seems like a serious blood point fountain. And some people think Legion needs a buff. And remember, the whole point is to have fun, so make sure you have that fun.